Goku fights against Glorio in Dragon Ball Daima Episode 6. We get to see Glorio's abilities as he gets pushed to his limits, and he's able to use this crazy magic power, but it pretty much just seems like a normal ki blast. The art and everything in this episode was awesome. I mean, they're doing such a good job with the colors and the compositing and just the art direction overall. Very, very pleasant to the eyes. I mean, watching this show, it feels incredibly easy to watch. Just simply from animation and color perspective, there's not like tons of crazy stuff going around all the time. It's just very, very clean, and that makes it more enjoyable to watch, in my opinion. So we knew that there was something off with Glorio, and we finally figured it out here in this episode. We'll talk about that in a little bit, and we also got to see Goku finally turn into a Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Daima Episode 6. It took him 6 episodes, but he finally turned it on, and yeah, he is just as powerful as you might think. But he's going up against Glorio, who is actually evil and has some hidden motives, so we'll find out more about his character as the story progresses. But let's go ahead and start from where we left off in Episode 5, as Goku and company were flying in this spaceship, but it ended up crashing. And Pansy is basically the Bulma of the group, so she is working on fixing up the spaceship while Goku goes to go poop. And while he's taking a dump, a bunch of the Emperor's guard come and question them. They're looking for Goku. He's on the run. He's a fugitive. And luckily they were able to dodge those guards, even though Goku beat them all up like they were nothing. So we get to learn a little bit more about the Glins, the Kais, these demons that Shin is, and all these characters in the demon realm seem to be. It turns out that there are 5 Glind trees in the demon realm, and these Glind trees produce the Kais. Goku even saying, does that mean you're a plant? Is that why you don't eat, you only drink liquids? Which kind of makes sense, but yeah, that basically means that the Kais are born from this sort of divine tree, and there are 5 of these divine trees. Now, if you're a sibling, that only means you were born from the same tree. So as Shin says, yeah, Dagesu's my brother, it turns out he was actually born like 212 years after Shin. And they're not really brothers, they're just born from the same tree. So these trees are interesting. They give birth to Kais, which are gods, at least in the human realm, but here in the demon realm, the Glind, the Kais, are not gods. They're just regular people. They're just demons here. Also, Shin tells us that Kais don't have genders. They aren't exactly men or women. Seems to me like they're trying to put in some of that globalist messaging. Everybody takes a little break to stop and eat and sleep for the night, and Goku takes a big bite of some canned insect meat. And while they're asleep, Glorio, we see his real motives. He is an agent of Arinsu, the Mai Kaioshin, who we haven't really seen too much of, but we know that is traitorous to even Goma and Dagesu. Now Goku and company get attacked by this raging bull, this minotaur inside the cave, and the whole character acting part of this was hysterical, actually. It was kind of pointless, but it was just funny, and it causes Goku to say, let me handle this, and Glorio's like, well, you really think you're so much stronger than me, huh? And Goku's like, well, not to be mean, but yeah. So now they're gonna have a little sparring session, and this is really fun because this is what we wanted to see. I mean, I wanted to see how strong Glorio actually is. He is a god or character. He's a Kai. You can use magic. He seems to be destroying everyone he's fought so far, and he's extremely confident in himself. So I was very, very interested to see what happens when he gets pushed. And yeah, I was let down quite a bit. I mean, Goku is just way too strong in this show. It's kind of funny. He really is just like this big, goofy, bumbling idiot that is just kicking everyone's ass, and it's just like hilarious. But I really want him to have a challenge. I mean, episode 6 and still no challenge so far, just one-shotting everyone. I mean, I know that Tamagami will be the challenge, but I was a little let down from Glorio. I was kind of hoping he'd be a lot stronger than he actually is, and it definitely didn't seem like he was holding back. Just want to pause in this picture to again emphasize how good the colors are in this episode with all the energy beams and everything. The art is so incredibly easy easy to digest, which means kudos to the artistic director. So now Glorio is going to use, I guess, his final move, his trump card, like a full power magic blast, and that's when we see the golden aura form around Goku as he finally begins his transformation into Super Saiyan in his kid form. And the transformation was good. It was nice and long, lots of screaming and some cool colors, and finally the Kid Goku Super Saiyan design just looked kind of raw. I mean, as he gets more serious, I think it made his features look a little bit better. Sometimes his head can look huge, but I mean, sometimes he can still look pretty raw. And he showed us how easy it is for him to take out anyone in this demon realm, as Glorio's full power blast is easily shattered by Goku's fingertips. This is what we saw from the trailer, we just didn't know it was Glorio's blast. When with a quick and easy teleport behind Glorio, putting his hand on his back, Glorio acknowledges that he has lost and Goku is the victor. So now we're going to go back over to Piccolo and Vegeta. Vegeta is doing squats and weight training, he just can't sit still. Bulma has fixed up the spaceship and the new crew number 2, is getting ready to take off to leave for the demon realm. And I was really excited about this because I was like, oh, finally Piccolo and Vegeta are going to get involved, but their spaceship crashed and Bulma, I guess, did not fix it properly. And as we got the preview for the next episode, it's back to Goku and company. So unfortunately, we did see a little bit of a teaser from Goku and Vegeta fighting in the trailers in the opening, but we haven't gotten any of it here. So, and it's probably not coming in episode 7 either. That means we'll probably have to wait until episode 8 or so. My overall criticisms of the show so far, while it's fun and very pleasant to watch, it's not really exciting, in my opinion. In terms, like, there is no stakes. Yes, Goku's a kid, but we haven't even seen him face even remotely a threat so far. I mean, he's basically just running around beating up humans. That's what it feels like. While it's nice and enjoyable, we have some good comedy and some good colorful scenes and lots of interesting additions to the Dragon Ball lore, especially with all this demon world stuff and the creation of the Kais. I actually really enjoy all of this backstory. I think it's critically important for the fandom. In that terms, like 10 out of 10, but in terms of just being an exciting show where there's high stakes, I think it's suffering a little bit here, because Dragon Ball got most of its popularity when there was high stakes, when there was the threat of death, Goku dying, Vegeta dying, Goku having to teleport Cell away just so he could save the Earth. Like, those emotional moments that are caused from the potential loss of your beloved character, I think that's really missing here. That was one of the elements of the DBZ magic that Super and Daima just simply don't have. I mean, Super, there was a moment it looked like Roshi was about to die, but just shock his heart, bring him back to life. Wasted such a good opportunity, in my opinion. It's not that I want all the characters to die, it's just that those stakes, those highly emotional moments are what get you invested in a show. It's what makes those crushing defeats feel horrible, but it makes those huge wins against the big bad of the series so unimaginably exciting. You have to build up the stakes and the suspense for the big fight, otherwise it's just, we know Goku's gonna win and there's gonna be no change, no threat. Maybe he'll get beat up a little bit, but we know almost for a fact that nobody of importance will ever die and Goku essentially can't lose. And if that is the theme of the show, it loses a lot of value. And you can kind of tell from the viewership on the Dragon Ball Daima videos, they don't really perform that well. But Dragon Ball Super, my god, those videos got a lot of views. But we're gonna keep watching it. The stakes will be raised eventually. Goku will have to fight some Majins and the Tamagami, so it's gonna get more difficult. I'm just waiting for that. I am ready for some big fights, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you enjoy it? What do you think about Daima so far? Are you bored, or do you just love it? Are you excited every Friday to turn it on and watch it? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys soon for the next Dragon Ball Daima video.